So this is the Three Little Pig game, and in this box you're going to find that you get a game board, an instruction booklet, and the three houses for the pigs, the three pigs, and the wolf. And so what's the first thing we're going to do here? What's our step one?
Make sure that your game board is oriented in the right direction, so when you choose your challenge...
Okay, so I can look through this booklet and I can pick any of these challenges that I want to work on. So let's say I want to do this guy right here. I'm going to make sure that my board looks just like this, right?
Yes.
Okay, so how do I do that? I see I've got some pigs and a wolf. So make sure that the pigs look like they look in the picture. Oh, I'm not lined up right. Here we go. Is that right now? Yeah.
The 2, and the 3 at the bottom.
Perfect. So now that's looking just like the picture. They match. Now I'm ready to try and solve it. So how do I need to solve this puzzle?
So you need to make sure that the 3 little pigs are each safe inside of a house, and the big bad wolf is left outside of a house, and so he can't get those 3 little piggies.
Right. We want the pigs protected, but the wolf alone. Okay. So I'm going to try and think of a way to try to fit all of these pieces on there without the wolf being covered. So if I did that, oh, now I can tell right away that's not going to work. So maybe if I switch those around.
Voila.
Oh my goodness, awesome. So now the pigs are protected, the wolf can't get them. Awesome.
And you're ready to move on?
Yeah, I can try a different one.
The
I can
next
check. Oh
challenge.
yeah, I can move over. Oh, I can check my answer on the back of the page. You'll notice that there's the answer key, so I can look and say, "Yep, I got that just right," and I'm ready for a different one. Okay, so then you take that apart, and you try and set it up to match the next one. So I make sure that my board's still facing the right direction. But now, that's the way the game's gonna be set up this time, and I try to solve it. Okay, now we're going to play Penguin's Pool Party. So I've got my game board, my instructions, some icebergs, and penguins. What am I going to do now?
Well, the first thing you need to do is you need to choose which challenge you want to do.
Okay, I got lots of different challenges here. Cool. Ooh, I'm going to try number 10. I'm going to try this one right here.
And
That's my lucky number.
one thing you'll notice is, depending on which challenge you choose, some of them use 4 penguins. As it gets a little bit harder in the challenges, you may only be using 3 or 2 penguins. If you're using less than 4 penguins, there may be empty spots on your game board.
Oh, so you can't have empty spots.
If you're using less than 4 penguins.
Okay, but I'm going to do number 10. I'm going to have 4 penguins, so I need to fill every spot. And I can tell right away, I'm going to want to match this board with what I see. So I want this going the same way. I can see that there's like the rigid edge on this side and this side, the 2 bumps on this side, and the 3 on this side. So my board's now faced the right way, and I got to put these penguins on
You're
here.
ready to place your penguins.
Okay, there's one in the top corner. There's kind of one down here, one here, and one here. So that's the easy part.
Yeah.
And now I got to get the ice on here.
Yes, now you need to get all 4 icebergs on the game board without covering the penguins.
Yeah. Okay, so now I'm going to try and figure out where these guys go and match them up. Good. Okay, cool. So you get all the pieces lined up with the penguins. Everybody's in there, and you can check your answer. So I was doing number 10. Make sure it matches what I made. And in the back of the book, there's even a little answer key, so I can find number 10. See that I've made it just the same way. I mean,
like
you know you've got it right. When you get it right,
Yeah,
it
it looks like
fits.
you're ready for the next challenge.
Yes, then you can pick a different one. So maybe even a good way to go, if you found the 10 kind of too tricky, you might want to go back, but if it was really easy, you can go forward and see where you go. All right, next up we got Pirates Hide and Seek.
Pirates hide and seek.
All right, cool. So you get this neat little box here, and you're going to slide it open. Inside you get your instruction manual, as always, and a couple puzzle pieces. All right, so now what am I going to want to do?
Well, the first step is you're going to want to choose which challenge you want to do. So if you flip open to the first page, you can see that the first challenge, you need to put the game pieces on here so that the only thing that's visible, meaning the only thing that you can see, are these 5 sailboats.
Okay, so I have to cover up all the other items so only you can only see the ones with the white sails.
Yes.
Cool, cool. All right. So if I put that there, I've covered up everything. I know that I can only see the one with the white sails. That's good. This guy over here would make sure that I can only see the one with the white sail. Okay, this one's a little trickier. Because now look, if I cover that, I gotta make sure I can see all the white ones.
And it's gotta be
Oh,
5.
that's not gonna work. But that goes there. Maybe that, no. That one works there. No. I'm so close. I am so
I
close.
think you got it.
There it is.
You've
Only
solved.
sailboats.
And you've solved this challenge, which means you're ready to move on
Oh
to the
yeah,
next
so
one.
just flip it over. Oh, and you can check your answer as always. Yep, those match up with what I have. That's the solution. And then challenge 2. And this time I needed to have some mountains showing and some red boats.
2 mountains, 3 boats.
Okay, cool. Okay, so we've got the game Spot It, Gone Camping. So I'm just going to open up this can here, and I've got a bunch of cards with camping stuff on them. So what are we going to do here?
All right, so you take your cards. You can shuffle them up if you want, and each player, you can play with more than 2 players if you want, but each player gets 1 card. And in the middle, we are going to put our reference card.
Okay.
So on the count of 3, we're going to flip our cards. And the
Yes.
first person who recognizes something similar on their card with the reference card gets to take the top
You get to
card
keep
and add
that
it to their
card.
pile. Yeah. So
Okay.
are you ready to play?
Yeah.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Medical kit.
You have the medical
So
kit.
I now take this one, add it to my pile. This becomes my new
That's
main
your
card.
top card
Yep.
now.
And this is the new reference
And
card.
I still get to use my last one.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be good for me. Okay.
Owl.
I thought there'd be a go. We just okay. It's on. Okay.
It's on. Sunglasses.
Man. Camp. Okay, so we'll just keep doing this, and then how do we win?
And then you would just play until the entire deck is gone. And at the end, when all the cards are either in your pile or my pile, you count your cards, and the player with the most cards is the winner.
Okay, most cards win.
Most cards wins.
Okay, so now we're going to try Little Red Riding Hood. You've got your game board, some trees, a house, Red Riding Hood, a wolf, and of course your instruction booklet. So what are we going to do here?
All right, so the first thing you're going to do is you're going to open your booklet, and you are going to see which challenge you'd like to try. So maybe let's start with challenge number 5.
Okay, challenge 5.
You have challenge 5. So you can see now where your game pieces need to be, and you're going to set up the trees,
Right.
Little Red Riding Hood, and the house in the
So
same
that one's
order.
Red Riding Hood. She was in the top corner. And the house. So there's something important to do with the house here, isn't there? I can't just put the house anyway.
Look at the chimney where the
Right.
chimney's facing, and that's how you know where your
Cool.
house is going to be.
Chimney facing that way. Got it. Trees all lined up here. No wolf this time.
Nope,
So
this
sometimes there's a wolf, sometimes not. Okay.
So you need to use your path pieces to try and get Little Red Riding Hood safe to her granny's
Right,
house.
So I need to find like something that get around the tree and then into the house.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter which door I get into, I'm in. She can scoot on over.
She's got a way to get in safe.
Cool. So then after that, you can, as always, check your answer and make sure you were right. That looks the same. And then pick a different one. So if you found that it was a little easy, you're ready to move on. If that one's too hard, maybe try and go backwards and try an easier level. Cool. Okay, we're going to try Jumpin. Same kind of thing. You've got your game board, but this time you have some foxes, some rabbits, and some mushrooms. So we're going to take a look at our instruction manual and just kind of set up one of the games. So if we even just want to do number 1, we look at the way that's set up. We're going to put 2 mushrooms up here. Oops. Mushroom mushroom here, and the white rabbit there. So it matches what we have. Now, what's the object of the game here?
So the object of the game is to get the rabbits, move the rabbits and foxes around the game board until you can get all the rabbits safe inside their brown holes.
Okay, so they have to get into these holes to win the game. Well, we got one rabbit. I've got to get him home into the hole.
Yeah. Now, there's something important things to remember is that the mushrooms are on the game board and cannot be moved.
They're stuck there.
Yeah. If there was a fox on the game board, the foxes can only move up and down.
Way.
This one doesn't have the fox
So he could
on
be even
there.
like this way, and I could move him there, right?
They just go back and forth.
Right,
Yeah.
one linearly.
The rabbits move by jumping, and they're able to jump either horizontally or vertically over the spaces. But the key is that they have to jump over an obstacle.
Right.
They cannot
so
jump.
he can't
over.
go here. He can't go here. He can only jump an obstacle.
Right, and the obstacles that count, it could be another rabbit on the game board.
All right. So if there was like a rabbit here, he could go boom.
Jump over the rabbit. Yep.
That's fine.
Foxes, if there's a fox on the game
Okay.
board, the fox can
here.
be an obstacle.
That's fine.
Mushrooms.
Boop.
Or it could be a combination of these things that they can jump on.
Okay. So if like I had it set up like there was a rabbit here, a fox here, he could just go whoa,
And jump over.
big double jump. Okay.
And if you keep that rabbit in the hole, a rabbit in a hole counts as an obstacle, but an empty hole is not.
Okay,
an
so the way I had
obstacle.
this, so like I can jump this, but I can't jump that. I can't move there. You know?
And if you have a rabbit that's already in a hole, but you need to move that rabbit, you can move that rabbit out of the hole to make him an obstacle in your gameplay.
I can jump him out.
You can move,
I
if you
can
need to
make
move a
him-
rabbit out of a hole, the rabbit can come out of the hole.
Oh, but he can't jump. Like if it was like this, has to be a legal move still.
Yeah,
Right.
absolutely.
So he still has to skip something to get in the hole.
Absolutely. And
Okay.
so you found a solution when you have all your rabbits in safely in their brown hole. So this is the setup for game for obstacle 1. So you can
This
see
is
if you
still
can
set
get.
up right. So I can't go here.
No. You have to jump over an obstacle.
Right. So I can jump over. This is my only play. The only thing I'm allowed to do right now is jump this. I can't go here because there's no obstacle, but I am allowed to jump more than one obstacle, so I can go all the way over those two and get him into that hole.
And Peter Cottontail's safe.
Sweet. Cool. Let's try a harder one.
All right. Let's look at. Why don't you try challenge number 10?
Okay, challenge 10. So I've got gray, I've got white, the golden one, some mushrooms. Okay, still no foxes. All right, so now I'm going to try and get... These guys are already home. We're going to try and think of a way to get him into the hole. But they can leave if you
Yeah,
have
because
to.
right now the brown rabbit has nowhere to go. So you're going to have to move.
Yeah, I don't. I
rabbits.
can't move this guy anywhere.
He has nowhere to go right
So
now.
you have to move that. So logically, I'm thinking let's get this guy over here, and then you could jump him there, and then he's able to go all the way over here, and then what? He can go there, but then that guy's stuck.
Oh, Mr. White Rabbit may need to come to the rescue for the brown
He's gonna
rabbit
have
to get
to
him
help
back home.
him. Okay, so then he can jump there. He can jump there. Oh, and then he's got a ticket home. Boom, 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 boom.
And you've solved the trickier
Thanks for
challenge.
the tip. That
No
really got
problem.
things flowing. All right.
Yeah.
All right, so now we've got a game called The Last Mouse Lost. What's this all about?
All right, so you'll see there's little bubbles inside of the lines here. So the goal of the game is you do not want to be the person who pops the last bubble.
Okay, so these are the mice. And
These are the
popping
mice,
one
yeah.
is you're losing a mice by popping
Yeah.
the bubble in. Okay.
So the rule is
It's like
on
waffle.
on your turn, you can pop as many mice or push down as many mice as you want in your row, but you have to stay within your row.
How's my
on
row?
your turn.
I just pick a row?
You pick a row, you can pop one, you can pop all, or somewhere in between.
And it's the right. So whoever pops the last mouse wins.
Right. No, loses.
Loses. Okay, got it. So if you pop the last mouse, you lose.
Right.
Can I pop this, or is that now your row
No,
forever?
no, you can still, you can. You got me.
Yeah, so we're trying to think ahead there. Very great. So you popped the last mouse, so I win.
So you win, yeah. So the goal is not to pop the last mouse.
Then you just flip it over and do it again.
And then you flip it over and play again.
Cool.
Yeah.